Right now.
I think we're all on.
I do too. So I was just doing a quick check here. So as I just mentioned a moment ago, Joe got called away, to a meeting. Not Joe, Jay. And so he's put me in charge. And I want to say thank you very much for the opportunity to get back together. It's been a while, and I wish, as I mentioned a moment ago, we go back to, February of this year when we were pre-pandemic. And who would have thought? So, my gosh. But I've got some positive news for you. We just completed your updated COVID impact shopping survey of your audience. And what is unique and beneficial to each one of you, and more important to your local businesses, is we've asked your audience shopping plans for now over 550 business categories. The original COVID impact shopping survey was for about 200 business categories, because at that point, obviously the COVID impact was just, starting, but Pulse has learned a lot, feedback from our clients. And so we put together a much more extensive shopping survey. And the bottom line is this information is live within each one of your Pulse sales tools right now. We updated it late yesterday, and it is of your audiences. So over the last month or so, you guys have been running house ads, email invitations, inviting your audience, to participate in the survey. As you know, Pulse works with, hundreds of clients in all 50 states. And obviously we learn a lot about best practices, what's working today. And I want to share some of those with you, and then kind of go over, we'll go live onto your Pulse program and kind of give you a quick overview tour. Jay asked me to keep this to 30 minutes because you guys are on a tight deadline today, et cetera. But quickly, some opening thoughts. Obviously, the pandemic has changed everything. It continues, to be very, very, very uncertain as to what's going to happen next, what's going to happen. And that's why, on behalf of your local businesses, we asked your audience's plans, their shopping plans for their household over the next 90 days. Why? Because your businesses, because of that uncertainty, they more than ever appreciate help, assistance, information, insights, a crystal ball of what's going to be happening over the next 90 days. And I want to underscore, this is your audience. So this is local, okay? I consider, and I've heard this back from so many of our clients, that this is a unique once in a lifetime opportunity for you guys. And the reason for that is because now more than ever, your local businesses need your help. Would you guys agree with that? Because of all the uncertainty? You can unmute yourself, it's okay. Okay, so I'll assume you agree. So now is the best time, and here's why. Before the pandemic, your businesses had a pretty good idea of what would be happening in the next 90 days because things were fairly stable. So they could look back to a year ago and get a pretty good idea what would be happening, like in the month of November of this year, because they had November of 2019, they had December of 2019. So things were pretty normal, pretty predictable. But now, obviously, everything has changed because of the pandemic. And there's a great deal of uncertainty. So that's why we asked of your audience what their shopping plans are. The original survey, once again, had 200 business categories. The survey now that we just put live on your site of your audience has over 500 business categories. And this, once again, is the information that, and this is what our clients across the country tell, the businesses are so appreciative because they don't know because of the uncertainty. So once again, to reiterate what I did when I was on site in terms of how do we do the research, it's no big deal. We just asked your audience the questions the businesses would ask. Do you plan to get or change a new legal firm? What legal services do you plan to use in the next 90 days? What types of retail businesses do you plan to shop at? What do you plan to buy for your home? Okay. What type of health-related medical services, real estate, automotive? So all we did was just ask of your audience the questions the businesses would ask. What's unique now, and I'd be kind of like a broken record, there's 550 business categories, and it's over the next 3 months. Why? Because the businesses want to know in the near term what's going to be happening. This is of your print and digital audience. So it was asked of both your publications and your website visitors. If you guys have any questions at all, just unmute yourself and ask away, okay? Fair enough? Don't be bashful. Okay? Here's, once again, how I would suggest you use the information to help your local businesses. Number one is the teaser, because it gives them the big number, what's in it for them. It gives them hope, because once again, the survey was recently completed, i.e. the last week. It's of your audience and the number of potential customers of your audience for them over the next 90 days or 3 months. And this is just an example. But as you guys know, it's the teaser, it's the big number. And our clients are telling us, this is what starts the conversation, what gets their interest, what helps you guys get the appointment. It's no big deal. We just take the number of households you reach times the percentage from your survey. Once again, this is an example here, from the fictitious Leader Gazette that we use as an example. So it's just taking the percentage. When you do a teaser, it's just taking the percentage from your survey times the number of households you reach. Simple as that. No rocket science. But what's important here, once again, is it's what's in it for them. It's their opportunity, their benefit of your audience shopping. And so it is because of all the uncertainty, this gives them certainty. It gives them like a crystal ball into the opportunity. So like an example here, 702 households in the next 3 months plan to use a remodeling contract. Would you like to know more? It helps you set up an appointment because yes, they want to know. And so the follow-up step is with a flyer, because the flyer is just the big number, what the opportunity is, like you saw in the teaser a moment ago, but it goes deeper. It goes into more detail. And I'll always remember, Michael, when we went to I think it was the Honda dealership, and we did a flyer with him, and on that flyer we had change oil, remember? And he immediately was interested in that because it gave him an opportunity to get more used car inventory. And so you never know what's going to resonate with them. But the bottom line is this information nobody else has. This is information that is unique. It's phenomenally valuable. The businesses want it because it's about and for them and helps them realize where there are opportunities during this crazy pandemic world to get additional business. It's real time and it's about and for their business. The third thing we're hearing back from our clients, before we go that, I stressed when I was there, and I want to reiterate it. Make sure they understand that the information is about and for them. So you don't go in and say, hey, we did a local survey. No, we did a real estate survey. Or if you're the furniture store, a furniture store. Why? Because we asked the same questions they did. So legitimately we did furniture, automotive, insurance, financial, healthcare. So always start the conversation, whether in person or if you're on the phone with, I've got some good news. We did a real estate survey. We asked the questions you would ask. Here's what we found out. We found out there's 1,387 households who plan to change or get a new realtor. Would you like to know more? Would you like to get together? And that's what is so effective in today's world. Here's the third thing that I wanted to share with you that we're being told around the country that is so effective. It's the very simple but very effective break-even calculator. And I'll show it to you live, but I just wanted to point it out to you. We're hearing back more and more because today's world, businesses more than ever are reluctant to sign a contract because of the uncertainty. And so we've got to make it easy for them to understand, take away the risk, if you will, that they don't need that many customers to do a consistent, have the repetition that's in their best benefit on an ongoing campaign with you. So we'll go live in just a second and point out how easy it is to access the break-even calculator. Kind of in summary on the best practices, and it's really as simple as 1, 2, 3. And that is start the conversation with the opportunity for their business, either the teaser or the flyer, and then share with them the specific solution, the product that you have, your recommendation on how to reach those households in your audience who plan to use a realtor, shop at a furniture store, etc. Your product, your campaign. And then number 3, use the break-even calculator, which we now, since I was there in February, we've made it very mobile friendly. So you can use it right on your smartphone or a tablet with them. So as one of our clients have said, that Pulse is the tip of the spear. Starting the conversation, getting their interest, so they realize that yes, you can give them hope, realize there's more opportunity, then share with them, here's how to reach them, and then share with them how few customers they need, for the campaign. Okay? So any questions, feedback so far? Okie dokie, you guys are all bashful today. Let's go live. Okay, oops, just a second here. Somehow I ended up not where I want to be, so I'm going to log out and log back in. Set myself up account there in Kona. There we go. So I want to point out some new things for you. One is we put together a COVID resource guide for you. So when you log in, you just click right here. And what we have is a little video that I put together, on my recommendations, etc. But I put together 25 business categories. Remember, the resource that's live on your site right now that we just updated has now over 500 business categories with fresh information about and for purchasing of your audience over the next 3 months. So here's the 25 business categories that I would suggest you focus on. So everything from like a hardware store, financial advisor, that's been a very, very successful category. Charity, philanthropic organizations have been also very good. Realtors, anything to do with a home has been very positive, from mattresses to furniture, etc. Okay, and then these are the 20 business categories that across all 50 states, over 600 clients, these are the categories that since March, when the pandemic started, through the end of October, these are the categories that are most sold. So these are the low-hanging fruit. And so all you have to do is, I mentioned financial category, just click on find, and then it goes right into your local area and financial, advisors in this case. And you know how simple it is to create a teaser, a flyer, one-page presentation, okay? And also, I want to remind you, the call planner. You can put together your own call list. I can't remember if we had the call planner when I was there in February. We might have just launched it. But as you're going through and identifying business categories, like the 25 most sold, you can click and add and put together your own personal call list. It's as simple as that. Then you've got it right at your fingertips, and then you just click and view a flyer, for instance, or click and have the teaser right in front of you. And I want to remind you that the teaser, the flyer, that if you can't meet with the business in person, we've set it up so that you can email the flyer. Just click on the little email icon, and you obviously can change the words here. But what it has, once again, as a reminder, is a link to that specific flyer opportunity presentation for that business. And by the way, once again, if you're not able to meet with a business in person, you can do a Zoom webinar, Google Meet, Microsoft Meeting like we're doing right now, and engage with the business in real time. Okay? And it's pretty cool because if you're doing it with a webinar with them, you can ask them, is there anything else you'd like to know about financial planning? And just go right into, and this is your new local research, certificates of deposit, annuities, gold or precious metal investments, etc. So it's got information that business is interested in. And we've got obviously additional financial plans, etc. And then you just click here, and it updates this personal business opportunity plan, for this financial advisor. So clicking off here, a couple other things I'd like to show you here is we've created the teaser since I was last there, or modified it, if you will, so it's much more user-friendly. So let's just click here, and we'll click on a particular business and view the teaser, okay? And so if you're doing this on your phone, it displays beautifully right on your phone. And you can use the teaser, what's the opportunity for their business. We've updated our suggested words to say to get the appointment using your new COVID impact shopping information of your audience. Like here's what we found out. There's 1,668 households that we reach in the Kona area who plan to change or get a new financial advisor in the next 3 months. Would you like to know more information about their specific investment plans? We asked. When it'd be convenient to get together. We've also got right on your phone the break-even calculator. So let's say you're showing a $12,000 campaign. It's over 52 weeks. You ask them, what is your customer value? Well, our customer value is $3,000. What is your cost? Because you got to take out the cost of goods. So like at a furniture store, $3,000 is the average household value to them. It's important to get their value. How do you get that? You say, let's together figure out what's comfortable for you in terms of a consistent program. Would you agree that consistency is important? They say, yeah, of course. Well, let's work out together. You're the boss based upon your customer value, your cost of goods, what is realistic and comfortable. And so what's your cost of goods? Well, our cost of goods is 65%. You make about $1,000 per customer, net. All you need is just 12 customers, just 12 customers over 12 months to pay for the campaign. This is proving to be, in today's world, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, an extremely valuable engagement with the business so that they realize, yes, they can sign a long-term 52-week, 26-week contract. Why? Because of how few customers they need. It's been very, very productive and positive. You might ask again, what's the arrow down? Well, if they say, well, I think 12 is too much, what do you think is the worst case scenario? I think 6. Getting a customer every other month. Well, they just agreed to a $6,300 campaign. How do we get that? 6 customers at their $1,050 net value per customer. So once again, our purpose of getting together today is not to, go through the program, line for line, detail all functionality, but to really point out what's new with the program. Number one, and most important, is you now have fresh shopping information. Number two is we've got the COVID research guide, resource guide for you right here. And then I would certainly encourage you to use the closing tool, which you can use right from your homepage there, right on your phone. And the other thing is, as you're creating presentations and you're on your phone, I want to remind you of this. All you have to do is log in, put Pulse on your phone. Just click on Help, click on FAQ, and how do I add Pulse to my mobile device? There it is, right there. Your iPhone or an Android device. That way, you know, when you're with the client, you just click on the big P on your phone and up brings your Pulse site. And then you just click on, at the bottom, you just scroll down when you log in and you've got the recent presentations that you created. You just click on Flyer, for instance. And there you have, right there on your mobile device, your phone, the information to review and go over with them in person. So that's something that we've really enhanced since we were, you know, Sammy and I were there back in February. But going back to the program here, the only other thing I'd like to do, and then I'd be more than happy to answer any questions, is just remind you to get credit for what you're doing with the Pulse program. Two ways to do it. On your home page, every presentation is listed. Then just click over on the navigation dots. You can, on a teaser or a flyer, mark it as engaged. Mark it that you engaged with the teaser. You use the teaser to get the appointment. So you just mark it today, the 5th, and click set. So that way you're getting credit for using it. When you make a sale with the program, just click here, click on sold. You can put in the dollar amount, like 12,000, the little example we just did. You can break it up between new and renewal or split it between new and renewal, okay? So let's say it's 10,000 in new business and 2,000 in renewal business for a total of 12,000, okay? And you put in the date, today the 5th, set it. As simple as that, and you get credit for that. And so now in closing, Jay said I had about 30 minutes. I'd appreciate any questions or feedback from you on your new data or some of the new features or recommendations, you know, the 1, 2, 3, tip of the spear, then your product and service, and show them how few customers you need. So I'm anxious to hear from you guys. Please don't be bashful, you guys. I'm going to unmute you all. Okay.
John, this is Joe. Just
Yes, Joe.
curious, did you see a percentage of increase or decrease in the number of responses to a given category?
Good question, Joe.
In other words,
yeah, we've done an analysis, not specifically of your data, but I did a comparison of your data to some of the others. And in answer to your question, those categories, Joe, that relate to the home, okay? Everything from furniture related to remodeling, you know, to carpet cleaning, etc., have gone up. Also, healthcare has gone up. Community organizations, charity, philanthropic groups, they've gone up also, Joe, okay?
okay, thanks.
Okay. And then these are the ones here, by the way, once again, that are most sold by other ad reps around the country. So thanks for the question, Joe. Any other questions? More than happy to help you. Okay, so let me give you my email. It's Marling, M-A-R-L-I-N-G, at paper.net, Marlene at paper.net. So if you have any questions, anything at all I can assist with, I'm more than happy to help you with. Okay? Okay, so on behalf of the Pulse team and Sammy Pappard, thank you again so much for the opportunity to assist and support you guys. Thank you.